I don't even know if I'm live, by the way. I'm just waiting for people to come in, and it's a surprise live. Oh, dear. Is anybody out there? It's a surprise live today, guys. I thought I'd just jump on and say, hi, how you going? Oh, dear, I've got one viewer. Hey, one viewer, how you going? Hey, guys. I just finished jumping all over the lounge room doing aerobics, you know. And thought I'd come on. Hey, hey, Madam Medusa. Hey, Todd. Hey, Lisa. How you going? 2. Hey, Mark. How you going? From Santa Fe, New Mexico. Hey, James. How you doing? I just thought I'd come on and say hello, guys, and talk about yesterday. I didn't know what a premiere was, okay? So I tried it, and apparently I was supposed to go live after it. Well, you know, I'm me, so that didn't happen. So I thought I'd just come on quickly today and do a quick live. How's my day going? Okay, it's sunny, and I've just done aerobics, and it's 9:38 a.m. in the morning, and I'm about to go and mow the lawn because the lawn is about up to my knees in parts, straggly, but just it needs, you know, mowing, and the back door's open because the flies just come in. So how are we all going out there? How's everyone handling everything? Todd says, beautiful there in Oregon. Lovely. Great from Kansas. Jill said, I look beautiful. That must be the aerobics. See, jumping around is good. You can see my veins in my arms. Oh, dear. Yeah, so I've just been jumping all over the lounge room, and that's probably why I look good, maybe. Yeah, I really think I'm just doing aerobics because I think we're all going to need to be fitter than I need to be fitter than what I was. So, yeah, I've been doing aerobics every day. I've lost about 3 or 4 kilos, which is good. And I'm about to mow the lawn, but I thought I'd just come on and you just seen I'm live now. Yep, it takes a while. It does. You've been listening to some upbeat music. And Todd said, best as we can handle the BS. Yeah. Susie said, you do look good, Hev, very glowy. I think that must be the aerobics. Yep, it must be. I'm only doing about 20 minutes a day, 5 days a week, but I know I used to be very strong, and I'm now very weak, and I don't want to be weak, especially if things do, like the S does hit the fan. You know, I want to be strong enough to be able to carry stuff while I'm walking and not keel over and drop just from not being fit enough, you know. Alex says, well done. JJ says, I finally got a live video. It never notifies. Yeah, it doesn't notify a lot of people. That's a lot of weight. That's over 5 or 6 weeks. But I think your muscle has a memory, because I used to do aerobics when I was about 24 till I was about 28. And it was the best I'd ever felt, the best I'd ever looked, but regardless of looking, just the best I ever felt. And I was quite strong. And yeah, I've noticed over the years from being unwell and not moving as much that I've become weak and gaining weight. And so I think what happens is your muscles have memory. If you've done aerobics or you know, been fit before, when you start training again, it'll happen quicker, I think. So that's just what I think, and maybe it's mind over matter, but that's how I'm going to keep thinking. Todd said, keep it up on losing weight. The wife and I go mountain biking every other day. I think we need to. And look, I do it and I'm going, oh my goodness, I'm tired, eh? Like while I'm doing it. But afterwards, throughout the day, I can't nap anymore. It gives you energy that it feels like you're tired, but it's a good tired, but it's giving you more energy when you do it. And it takes a few weeks to get there, because I've been doing it for about 6 weeks, and now I've only just started to get that boost of energy back again. So I'm doing all the vitamins. I'm doing everything I need to. I'm growing my own food. My zucchini died. And I think the cat jumped on my chili plant because the top was broken off. And there's other seeds that didn't pop. And out of 2 lots of shallots, or spring onions, whatever you want to call them, 1 popped up. So Todd said, I love it. It feels awesome. It does when you exercise. It's funny. You think it's going to take all your energy, and it does for a little while, but then you just get this burst of energy after so many weeks that it actually gives you the energy to keep going. So, hi, George. How you doing? Todd said, yeah, for sure. Looking good. Oh, thank you. Alex said, my dad bought some of the hemp seed oil tablets I take for him and my brother today. My mum will probably get some next. I've been educating them in the benefits of natural meds. Exactly. I think we're going to have, look, I can see, Todd said zucchini died, lol, sorry to laugh. It did. It didn't even give me any zucchinis before it died. No, it's just, we've had a lot of rain and everything's drowning here, apart from me. Yeah, I'm doing all right. But, yeah, the ground is really sodden and wet, and I've still got to go out and camp. I've been looking around the front and back garden for the best place to camp. There is nowhere where someone is not going to see me and think, what's this Fruit Loop doing camping in her own front garden? Why doesn't she go somewhere and camp? Because I'm going to have lights and everything so you guys can see, you know, when I do go camping. So, yeah, well, okay, what do we got here? Hi, Marsha, how you doing? Oh, we've got the news going, Russia right now. You know the Ukraine, how it's all happening over there? Nothing to do with Hunter Biden and his ties there, is there? You know what he was caught, you know? Getting paid how much a month? For nothing? Interesting. Todd said, we do gardening ourselves. Yeah, it's the best way. I think, honestly, it's going to go back to that. I don't think there's going to be things on the shelf that we have now anymore. I think a lot of it's going to go back to being homemade. It's the only way to control your food and what goes in it. And so, yeah, I think so many people are waking up. I can see it. From 14 years ago to now, it is, I don't know, I don't even have the words to describe what I'm seeing. It is amazing. And yeah, I don't have the words to express what I'm seeing, but it's great. George said music and weed is good medication. Yep, definitely. Alex said apparently Andrew has now demanded a jury. Oh, okay. So Prince Andrew wants a jury to, that's not going to go well, is it? Do you think? Do you think there's anyone in the public who doesn't know about Prince Andrew? That's going to go down really well. Alex said it's all kicking off and I can't wait. I know. And not only that, the 8 or 9 people who were involved with the Ghislaine Maxwell trial, they have no recourse on keeping their name silent. So I'm waiting to hear something about that. So it's like I'm waiting to hear things. Jill says exactly, have the first son and Big Eye will lose their cut if Ukraine falls. Exactly. There's something going on, something bigger. They're trying their best to start a war of some kind to take the eyes off. Yeah, it's a look here, not there type of thing. That's the situation we're in right now. Yeah, don't look at what's going on. Look over there. Russia, Russia, Russia. And it reminds me of Marsha, Marsha, Marsha. Sorry, Marsha. I mean, you know, the Brady Bunch one. It's bloody hilarious. Okay, where's my mouse? Hey, Lorraine, how you going from Arizona? Hey, Heavy Arms. Yeah, long time. God bless you, the family, and chat. And Star Child said, puff, puff, pass. Yeah. Yep, every day. At the moment, I'm a bit like I'm chilly because it is still only 16 degrees, but I've just done aerobics, so I'm warm, but I'm cooling down quick. So I'm starting to get that. Todd said, just try and keep the contrails off the vegetation if you can nowadays. You know what? I know it doesn't really work in doing much for that, but shade cloth or some kind of cloth, but with holes in it so the sun can get in, is a good idea. And here in Australia, you can get stuff to cover your, I just noticed in the hardware store, you can get stuff to cover your plants for when it snows. I didn't know that. There you go. Yeah, the only thing with the contrails is like it's water. It's in everything. Like you can only do the best you can do. That's all I'm doing. I don't want them to put any extras in there than what we absolutely have to put up with. Alex said they're all trying to squirm out of it, but too many people know now. Whoops. Has anyone noticed the mainstream media starting to report stuff? And it's like they're trying to say, oh, we were always saying this was wrong, and they weren't. Make sure you remember who's who. Robert Firestone said 420 somewhere. Sure is. Alex said Boris had also liquidated a couple of private businesses and Carrie set up others apparently. Yeah, watch the wives, because you know how Bill Gates and Melinda Gates separated, and I bet you he's signed all his stuff to her so that it's protected. That's what they're trying to do by signing stuff over to wives and stuff like that. So just be aware of that. Sloppy, says Alex. Yeah. Yeah, they can't do this. They can't keep it up. And actually, every time someone gets censored, they're panicking harder. So if I disappear off here, guys, because I'm just thinking of going all out again, not holding back. Why am I here unless I'm going to report things? So it may happen. George says that if Andrew was innocent, the royal family would have backed him all the way. Yeah. They know because they're involved too, or at least in the cover-up. Selena says, woohoo, caught you early. I'm not going to be here for too long. I just wanted to stop in and see how everyone's going. And because of yesterday, you're supposed to go live after a premiere. I seen the option and everything, but I thought, no, don't worry about it. Just have a premiere. So I thought I'd come on today just to clarify what happened. Yeah. Is that WIWL wants to decertify 2020 election FYI as of last night. A lot of places are calling for that. Robert says truth is coming out all over. CNN's just about gone. Todd said, don't hold back, let it rip. Yeah, I'm thinking of doing some really good videos, just putting them up here, and when I go, I go. What can I do? Money's not that important to me that I would shut up. So I'd prefer to talk rather than have money. So I'm just going to go in, I think, and do it. And Liam says, Hev. Susie said, Lady C says she has it on good authority that Prince Andrew isn't interested in young girls and he wasn't even that interested in Fergie. That's why she cheated. What is she hinting at? Gay? I wouldn't trust Lady C as far as I could throw her. I don't know who she is. I don't know. I don't know. Sorry. If that's Lady C that is linked to the person Sean Atwood has on his, I don't trust them. Alex Hoyle said, I hope everything I've seen today is true. People digging for info everywhere, including us. Not long now before it all comes out. Stuff's coming out faster than they can cover it up now. Be ready for the dark, I'm telling you, because if they can't get a hold of it or get control of it, they're going to pull it. They're going to pull the plug. Okay. You're a day early, yeah? I'm 2 days early. Yep. It's Thursday. Hang on. Is it Thursday? I've got to check what day it is. Yes. I'm back on Saturday, guys. Around the same time, probably a little bit early. I'll schedule it so you know when it's happening. Heavy Arm says yes. Lady Colin Campbell. Oh, I don't know, Susie. I'm wary because I do think that's the one Sean Atwood had on his, and I don't know. I'm just wary. Robert said 90, 10 medbeds. Seen them yet? No. Chris said a lady called Colin. Lady Colin Campbell. Yeah, that's a weird name for. And you know how they love to shove it in our faces. I don't know. I'm not saying she's a man. Don't come at me, YouTube. Liam said, speaking of digging, what's all the digging at the White House about? Oh, is there digging? It's gone out again. Okay, I think you guys are going to have to keep me as informed as I'm trying to keep you guys informed. Wow, I didn't know there was digging. Chris says it's 2020 for you. Liam said Wednesday today clear. Susie said Max Spears said the day would come when the internet would go dark. Yeah, I think that's definitely going to happen. Definitely. It's just a matter of when. Alex said it's Wednesday in England. Yep, Wednesday night, isn't it? Hey, James, how you doing? And Susie says, yes, she was on his show, Hev. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's my bias because of what I know Sean Atwood is, but I'm just really careful. I don't know. I think he was into things. It sounds like she's trying to cover. You know what I mean? Trying to cover. Hey, no, it wasn't nothing like that. No. I don't know. Alex said, hi, James. James said, Michelle Obama got mighty big feet. Just saying. I know. She's a very, very tall, and it's nothing against tall people. I mean, I know a woman who's 6'2". She's a lovely lady. It's the Ellen footage that when she was on the Ellen show and the thing was flopping around in the pants that had me, that kind of convinced me. And I thought and it wasn't the microphone thing or anything because you could tell it was not that. This thing was free flowing and wow. Maria said Discord has been having problems today. Oh, yeah, I have trouble with Twitter, not on Facebook anymore. I'm not having trouble yet much on anything else. Touch wood, but, you never know. Alex said, I love this chat so much because we all have real information from where we actually are in the world. Exactly. Like what I'm seeing is nothing except people masking up again all over the place. So when everyone else just backs off, Australia goes in harder. So does New Zealand and Canada. Keep fighting. Keep fighting. Never give up the fight. And I don't mean fight as in violence. I mean information. It's an information war. Get in there. Get involved. Liam says, same here. I can't bring myself to watch the news still. I won't watch it. I refuse. And you know what? When I turned that off, my life was better after that. After turning that rubbish off. Hey, Judy, how you doing? Big shoulders too. Yeah, I got big shoulders. I don't know. I always thought I did. But I was good at swimming when I was young, so I was always in a pool, because here in Australia, even in winter, when it was 20 degrees, I'd be in the pool when I was a kid. Insane. I wouldn't do it now. I'd freeze. When you get hereditary title by marriage, you are styled with the name of your husband. Her ex-husband is the youngest son of the Duke of Argyll, Lord Colin Campbell. Oh, okay. Wow. I don't know. I was looking at some of the old queens and that, from the 1800s and 1700s. A lot of them look like men. What's going on? Have we been lied to more than we think and longer than we think? Todd said, enjoy your evening and mowing the lawn. Keep up the great work you do. It's much appreciated. Much love. Stand tall. I'm out for now. Everyone have a great evening. Have a good one, Todd. Talk to you soon, guys. Todd, sorry. I will be finishing this up soon. I'm just doing a quick one, but I've got to upload onto Rumble as well. I've been doing them all week and uploading here for most of the week. I've done well this week, and I swear it's because of aerobics. It's given me more energy. Marie said New Zealand news hasn't mentioned UK dropping all their measures. That wouldn't surprise me. They don't want anyone to know, as if people can't search for themselves on the internet. I don't know. I think, honestly, these people we are watching, the talking heads on TV, are they real? Has anyone actually seen them in real life? I'm starting to wonder. Oh, dear. James said, can anyone explain Jacinta's newfound wealth? Oh, I watched Jacinta talk about suicides this morning and had a big smile on her face when she was talking about suicide. Why? What did she find so amusing about that? That'll be going up on Rumble anyway, shortly after this. I can't believe it. Judy said cold in PA. Oh, yeah. It's still chilly. Like, it's just got that little bite here at the moment. And but because I did aerobics, I think I just warmed right up. Because I was sitting here freezing with a big fluffy jumper on earlier until I did aerobics, and then I was like, okay, I'm warm now. Queen Mary is straight up dude, and so is the Queen Mother. That wouldn't surprise me. Oh, and people are speculating that Australia's about to drop their mandates. I don't know. I'm hearing rumours. Liam said, I think UK drops the mandates this coming Tuesday. Alex said, I went for my food shop the other day and actually someone gave me a $1 coin for my trolley instead of faffing about. Shock horror. Yeah, some of ours I've noticed are undone now, so you don't have to pay for it. Depends on which shop you go to. I mean, which suburb. Yeah, because some still hook them all up and other suburbs just let them dangle. The little chain bits that hook them, I mean. Our shelves are we've still got food. You can get what you need, I suppose, but if there's something that you want, that might not be there. Yeah, so Marie said, and I reckon Jacinta already got married in secret or gave all her guests the actual date and is only saying she postponed it to get sympathy from the brainwashed. Exactly. They won't put it off. Susie says, I watched GBN on YouTube and that news outlet is great. What's GBN? GBN. Great Britain something? I don't know. Alex said, nay. Yeah, she's a horse. Jacinta, she looks like a horse. James, why did Yanks pronounce Colin Powell as Colin Powell? Weird. I don't know. Jacinta needs the hairline checking for 666. Yep. George, I agree. Liam said, I saw that with Jacinta. It was bizarre. It was. She was laughing at people committing suicide. What the hell's wrong with her? Like, she was smirking. If I had my hands on these people. What I feel like doing and what I probably could do is two different things. But, like, James said GB News. I don't know what GB stands for. Liam said Joe Biden network, lol. Mr. Midlife Crisis said Jacinda's a man. Yes, I do agree with that. I saw her walking down the hallway with her things swinging between her legs too. On footage, on video. Are they deep fakes? Michelle Obama and her, both with swinging parts in their pants? I mean, seriously. Oh my goodness. And I don't know if you know the history of Broadway and shows and things like that. It all used to be gay men, right? And men even played the parts of the women. I don't know how much has changed since then. I don't think much has changed since then. Marie said they say Craig weird too, lol. I don't know who Craig is. Jill says, thumbs up, please, thanks. Jill. Judy said, that's so sick. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Talina, how you doing? I'm well. I hope you are too. I noticed that trolleys were free at the beginning in England, but I have to put a coin in now. I was happy we both did what anyone would have done before this nonsense. Yeah. Great Britain. Okay. I don't know if it's a mainstream site. I don't know. I don't know if I trust it. But it's up to everybody to listen to who they want. Just use discernment and don't believe everything you hear and only half of what you see. That might help. Baphomet, I think Great Britain News maybe. Hey, Faith, how you doing? Bit late to the party. GBN is Gospel Broadcasting News. I just Googled it. Okay, Becky, thank you. Okay, well then, yeah, you know, I'd still be careful, but I wouldn't hold it against. If any mainstream news, it'd be different. Marie said, just in general, there are some names that Americans say weird differently from the rest of us. Yeah, there are. It's just in the pronunciation. Yeah, like I was listening to Mr. Borland, okay, for example. He was reading debris as debris. And it's pronounced debris. This S is silent, but he says debris. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, I know what you're talking about, so it doesn't matter. As long as you understand what they're saying, I don't think that slight differences really matter too much. So GB News was set up as a new news station. Okay. Yeah, well, just watch it and just use discernment. Like even with me, watch and use your own discernment and, you know, do your own research, make your own mind up. Don't just believe what I tell you to believe or what anyone else tells you to believe. Always trust yourself, your instincts as well. Susie said more famous people continuing to drop like flies. Is there? I'm going to have to look that up then. So there's even more dropping. TJ said, don't trust GB News. Every presenter shouts about being thing, boosted, etc., apart from Neil Oliver. There you go. Yeah, I'd be careful anyone pushing anything onto anyone. How's that? I watched it originally, but I feel like they're just like any other now. I don't watch any MSM, including that. Okay. GB News was launched last year, but still MSM, but vast improvement. Yeah, there's also like we've got Sky News Australia here in Australia, obviously, and worldwide. A lot of people listen to them from all over the world. And I think they're just controlled opposition. They do say different things in the mainstream, but I do think a lot of it is controlled. Because, well, okay, they put me on there saying where we go on, we go all, and while they were talking down about that board, and I don't trust them because they did that. Not that I care that they did that. I don't care if my face is all over the news. I don't give a shit. But just because they did that, I know which side they're on. It's not the side I'm on. Not that you have to be on sides, but I just don't trust them. I really don't trust them. So don't think so. It's not religious. Dan Wootton is on GBN and so is Nigel Farage. Okay. Well, like I said, just listen to them and use your own discernment. That's all I'll say. But I know who Nigel Farage is, and I've known about him for 10 years or so. He's been fighting for you guys for a long time. As far as I'm aware, something could come out that says no, but Alex says Neil Oliver is all right. Marie says, I'll sometimes just look at a headline but not listen to or read the story. I have not liked MSM for years, even before I knew anything. Yeah. Well, all they do is promote fear, distrust. That's what a lot of their job is, and to control which way people think. You know, like they say, oh, the world's going to go this way. It doesn't have to if everyone stands up and go, no, we don't want it to go that way. Like they said, your clothes will be... or you'll be able to pull the internet up on your walls and that. No. Look, backwards, please. Let's not do that. So people need to, when you hear things on the news like that, you need to kick back. Because if they don't hear anything, they think they've got your approval to keep going. I've got a tickle in my throat. Selena says, what is GB News? Oh, well, I'm jumping all over the place. Have you guys heard Kids Rock new song, We the People? Bad language, but he sings a lot of truth. I haven't heard it, but I've heard some people are coming out now on the other side, our side, if you want to put it that way. I don't know. There's no sides. We're all on the same side. We're all the human race. It's just that some people are given absolute rubbish and they listen to it, and there's others who do our research for ourselves. But yeah, there's a few bands coming out with and I know that there's new bands coming out too with truth songs, because two of them were actually, was it GC Bryson on Twitter and someone else. They're rappers, but they're coming out with truth songs, and they keep getting deleted from YouTube and Google. And James says Neil Oliver is a good guy. I don't know who he is, so it's Channel 501 on Sky News in the UK, Selena. Okay. Becky says, after further researches, I think it's Global Broadcasting Network. Oh, really? Okay, I'd just be careful. I don't know. Everyone said we're having debates here. Not debates, like finding out new information that it could be Great Britain news. Farage got the Trump treatment before it was fashionable. Exactly, Mr. Midlife Crisis. He did. He did. And George says, the only reason we have had wars over thousands of years is because of politics and religion. Exactly. And also, Pauline Hanson was another one who got the Trump treatment before Trump did. Our Pauline Hanson in Australia, the red-headed lady. They've put crap on her for years. There's a song, if you can look it up on YouTube, it's called I Don't Like Anything, and it's by Pauline Pants Down, right? It was a joke about Pauline Hanson. And in it, you can hear she says, I don't like anything. And they just kept on going. I don't like, she says, they put everything she says she doesn't like, and things like, my shopping trolley has been murdered and my groceries all gone. And it's funny, but they have put crap on Pauline Hanson for as long as I can remember in Australia, since she's been there. Dan Wotton bangs out about love for the Queen, the royals too much. If you know, you know. He was on tonight and asking what Meghan and Harry would think about the breaking Prince Andrew news. Yeah. Yeah, if they love the royal family, I think there's a problem. Marie said, haven't heard the Kid Rock song yet, but have seen a couple of posts about it saying he calls out JB and Fauci. Susie said, isn't Neil Oliver actually an archaeologist? I don't know. I don't know who he is. Neil Oliver is a historian. He did lots of history documentaries. Neil Oliver, okay. Hey, Neil Young threatening Spotify over Rogan. Oh my God. Everyone's going, who's Neil Young again? Yeah, who? Oh dear. I don't think Neil Young has got anything on Joe Rogan. I really don't. I've been watching a couple of Joe Rogan podcasts. Never watched him before until all this rubbish started happening. And you know what what happens when people say, no, don't listen to this person. The first thing I'm going to listen to them, see why they're saying don't listen to them. Oh my goodness. Not sure if he's an archaeologist. He definitely is a historian. Who's that? What was his name? He used to do all the animal documentaries. And in the wild, this thing is called a Pithecanthropus. What was his name? Because he's one of the yeah, I know. Beware Joe Rogan too. Yep. David Attenborough. Don't trust him as far as you can throw him. I'm telling you. David Attenborough is corrupt as anything. Susie said, what do Australians think of the Cardinal Pell scandal was handled? Depends on who you ask. Apparently Cardinal Pell was investigating the Vatican's money, accounts, finances, and then he got hit with the pedophile thing. So I don't know, you make up your own mind, but it could be a false accusation. And that's what it's looking like because he got let off here in Australia in a court of law. We'll see what happens. But that's what is being shown on the other side. And then you've got all our mainstream media are against him, which makes me wonder. That's when you know there's something else going on. Then you've got the others on the other side who think he's guilty and would like him to see him hung. So depends on who you ask. I wouldn't trust any MSN. I just look for people like us for the news. Did anyone see a police officer punch a 14-year-old girl in the face for not wearing a mask? Power trips everywhere. I did. And hopefully I bookmarked it because that'll be on Rumble soon. That was disgusting. Like he's down in there and he just jabs, and it's like, no need. No need. Not on a 14-year-old either. Even more so, but no need at all. Supreme Court Justice Breyer announced retirement today. Ooh, one down. Yep, keep on rocking in the jab world. Yeah. Yeah, that's it for, what's his face? Can't even remember his name. Neil Young, that's right. Yep, beware Joe Rogan too. Yeah. I'm wary of everyone. Oh, don't worry. I'm like sitting back and looking and going, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Oh, thank you, JMV Entertainment. Oh, Morrison hang them, you reckon? Yep. And Andrew, yeah, I agree. Steve Irwin? No, he was good. I think that was a planned, what do you call it? How can I say it? A hit? A hit? I don't think that was natural. I don't think he died the way they told us. Something went on there. They wanted his kids. Look where his kids are now. They're trying to put him on the TV, trying to, like Bindi Irwin and little man who looks exactly like his dad, And I don't trust that. I don't trust it. King Snurgle Gurgelson says, when did the copper hit the young girl? I think it was in Canada. It's on Twitter this morning. David. No, it wasn't David Bellamy. It was Richard Attenborough. I don't trust him as far as you can throw him. No one's above the law, including the police, who are supposed to uphold our rights. They've let the power go to their heads with a sprinkle of private firms. Yeah, exactly. It's not about the public anymore, like the safety of the public. None of the government are worried about the safety of the public. All the government are worried about the safety of themselves. You can't have that. See, when you get a big government, you get big problems, right? Now, that's what we're seeing right now. You've got to minimise it, not make it bigger. The bigger it is, the worse it is. James Jamison said, Richard Attenborough was a fine actor, The Great Escape, etc. He was an actor, I'll say that. And believe me, I used to love his documentaries. When you find out, it's like, oh, is there any good ones left? Joel says, Neil Young, the CEO, created the counterculture movement and enriched it through Hollywood culture and Marxism to degrade society. Exactly. Yep. Marie said, I've been wondering for a while if all the people they have told us are bad over the years are actually the good ones. Yeah. Anyone they've demonised. That's why you can't, like, the court of public opinion is really bad, especially when it comes to the media, because they can say on the media, this guy has allegedly been charged with pedophilia. And even if he hasn't, everyone's going to look at that man like he's a pedophile now, even if he wasn't and innocent. I don't trust the man. In fact, they should be hung. They're the worst of the worst. They can have you believing the good guys are bad and the bad guys are good. It's been going on for a long time. So I agree with you, Marie. I think they have. David Bellamy was a good guy. Why he became famous, then got dumped by mainstream, he wouldn't go Freemason. Oh, there you go. I think Pell was set up and is a good guy. Yeah, well, he was apparently investigating their finances. You know, the Vatican and their finances. They don't show anybody. Like an audit. He was doing an audit. And then he got accused of pedophilia. That's why, like, you can believe every victim that says something, but be aware that some of the victims that do say things are going to be proven wrong in the end, that it wasn't actually true, that they've been paid to come forward and say this person did this. That's what I'm facing. That's why I don't know who's who, and I'm sort of thinking, okay, just sit back and just watch it. You know what I mean? So Neil Young gets 6 million listens a month. Rogan gets 200 million. Exactly. Neil Young is he used to be maybe someone. Not that I ever really listened to his music, but yeah. George says, anyone working for the BBC, I do not trust. Exactly. I would. Anyone working for any mainstream, just keep them at arm's length. You know, don't trust them so easy, mate. Alex said, Attenborough has become the new Rolf Harris for me. I used to love him, but I think he has a few skeletons in the cupboard. Yes, I've heard some bad stuff. Not that I can remember exactly what it was, but I remember a couple of years ago starting to hear things about David Attenborough. I just went, okay, he's not a good one. Okay, he's not a good one. A lot of them aren't. Even people that you think are on our side are going to turn at the last minute. James said Kingy wouldn't go along with the climate change books. Oh, good. Yeah. My climate change, where is it? It's the middle of summer, okay? It's the 27th of the 1st, right? So summer here in Australia started at the beginning of December. This is the middle of summer and I'm still cold. I want a warm day where I can warm up in the sun. And I'm going camping shortly in my front yard just to get some warmth because it's warmer out there than it is in the house. Attenborough is evil. Yes, learnt that about him at the beginning of your Pizzagate wake-up call in 2000. That might have been where I heard it, Liam, because I was following that whole thing too. But Pell knew all about that other priest for years and did nothing. Was it Rigsdale? Anyway, the girl he abused killed herself. It could have been, and because, look, do you know how many people... Okay, the way they've infiltrated our politics and everything, the good guys had to infiltrate back and find out what was going on. So there are people who are going to be known to have known about things and haven't said anything. It doesn't make everybody guilty, but there's a reason. It'll come out, I'm telling you. It'll come out when things really start to pour out, because we're only starting to still getting little drips of information here and there. There'll be a time when things just keep coming out that you can barely keep up with the news. So We will find out, but I'm just telling you both sides of what he was investigating the Vatican's finances, and the other side says he's a pedophile. So I'm just sitting in the middle going, because I don't trust the mainstream media. When they say he's a pedophile, then I'm thinking, okay, they can make the good look bad and the bad look good. And in court of public opinion, everyone's going to believe that. So I don't believe anything mainstream media tell me. So if they say he's a pedophile, I tend to believe he's probably not. Just my opinion. Alex said, I saw it yesterday on Twitter. I don't know when it happened exactly, King Gurgle Snurgelson. He said, I actually met him as the BBC started dropping his shows. He moved to Hemsterley Forest, right near where I lived. He knew people I knew. George said, about time the BBC removed the statue by Eric Gill. Hey, Gia Loft, how you going? Late to the party, but you're coming in loud and clear here in the Free Republic of Florida. Local time, 6:15 p.m., 55 degrees Fahrenheit. There you go. I'm a bit above you in temperature, I think. Nearly at 17 degrees. I've got to go outside and get some sunshine because it's cold in here. Hopefully he's a good guy. Yep, exactly. What do you mean it was a hit? Do you know how many people die every year getting a stingray prong through the heart while diving fully? Hang on one sec, guys. My phone's ringing. Oh, hello, Mummy. Hello. Good. How are you, Mum? I'm just doing a live at the moment. No, that's okay. Can I ring you back as soon as I finished? I'll be off in about 15 minutes. Okay, love you, Mum. Bye. Sorry, guys. That was my mama. No, I don't know how many people get stingray prongs through the heart while driving fully dressed in the middle of nowhere. Republican Uncle Sandwich says, what the hell is going on? Not much. Just thought I'd call in for a chat. And he was invited to become a Freemason. We both knew, pretty much advised him not a good idea. Oh, the people we both knew. He knew nothing about them. Once he did, he ran a mile. Gavin said Richard was the actor. David is the nature guy. Who got hit with a stingray? That was, oh, what's his name? Oh, my goodness. You know. I just said it. Okay, my head's off of the fairies. Sorry, guys. I'll think of it in a sec. Neil is Attenborough is a personal friend of the Queen. Enough said, exactly. Settle down, Sparky. Steve Irwin, that was it. Yep, Steve Irwin. I couldn't even remember his name for a minute there. Who got stingrayed? Steve Irwin did. A few years ago. Yeah, so no, Attenborough didn't die yet. He's not a good guy, though. Attenborough is a high-level Freemason. His whole family is or was. Who got stingrayed? That was Steve Irwin. Hey, Lisa Anderson, how you doing? Richard Attenborough passed? Did he? G'day from Riverland. Hey, Shannon, how you doing? Neil Young and CSYN, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, were products of CIA Laurel Canyon. Check it out. Cool. Oh, okay, I came late. Didn't think the Pella's a pedo. No, I don't think he is. James said Richard and David Attenborough were brothers. Richard was the actor. David is the BBC naturalist. Richard died about 15. Oh, I didn't know he had a brother. There you go. Richard and David Attenborough. Huh. Hey, Morgan, how you doing? King Snurgle Gurgles and said, okay, I'm going to drop exactly what these people do and then I'll delete it. Lots of weird bad guys in Vatican think Pearl might have been a good guy. Yeah, I think he was. Sneaky how late I am. Oh, it's all right. It was a surprise live, so it's all right. All Freemason families follow what they call The ancient religion, basically the original religion of Babylon high priesthood. Baal worship comes from it. There's worse. Yeah. I love that was your mum. I've got to ring her back. Little Irish twang there, yes. When I talk, it just happens when I talk to mum and dad, it flicks. And then I can't even control it. I'm telling you, I can't. I don't know how to stop doing it. Accent on, accent off. Yes, exactly. I can't help it. It's just, it happens automatically. And yeah, I just can't. I don't know why it happens. Oh, dear. Steve Irwin, that was it. Everyone's telling me, Steve Irwin, Hev, how could you forget? Oh, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it. That was long ago. Bet the crocs were peed. Stingrays ducked them. Yeah. Crikey. Yeah, exactly. That guy. Crikey. And he had the animated face and, this crocodile's going to get you if you get anywhere near him. It was like, oh. I loved him. God love him. Many children don't survive their initiation rituals. The men get carried away in a frenzy. That's their children. Imagine what they'll do to other kids. Exactly. I reckon that he was, they were trying to tell him to give up one of his kids to the system. I don't know. That's just my theory again. My fave Aussie is Paul Hogan, Crocodile Dundee. Yeah, I don't know what he's like. He hasn't said much. He's been very quiet. I'll wait and see if he's a good one or a bad one. We'll find out. I like to hope that he's a good one. Steve Irwin was a good man, R.I.P. Yes, he was. I believe he was. I hope he was. I'd hate to find out, that I'm just wondering how many aren't in that club, Richard was the professor in Jurassic Park. Oh, okay. Thank you, James, for letting me know that. I didn't know. The grandpa. There you go. Yep. I know exactly who you're talking about. Chris said, I'm the same, Hev. I end up speaking Scottish to my family. Yeah. I don't know why it flicks on and off, and that's where I'm at. Yeah. When I first came to Australia, I had the full Irish accent, and then as I hung out with my friends, my accent started changing, but when I still spoke to mum and dad, it just flicked back and forward, so. Pella's a bad dude, was Vatican treasurer. He's just flipped. We'll wait until you find out what was happening in Ballarat's old gold mines. Oh, okay. So he could be. I could be wrong. He could still be a bad bloke, but turned to save himself. Many people are going to turn to save themselves. Alex said, my gran was like that when she met with her sister. She used to speak Geordie Newcastle accent. I loved that too, although I couldn't understand them. Favourite Australian cop, Roger Rogerson, lol. Didn't he get done for something? Rumour is Irwin's a white hat and very much, oh, please. I hope so, please. That would be good. So next time you look at the elite families, know what they do. They illuminate is just a way for new members to get accepted in. They are the lackeys and disposable. Well, the elite families should be called the scum families because they're the scum of the earth. They're not elite anything. They're not better than anybody else. They're certainly not better than they're worse than everybody. Anyone I know. Lol, croc hunter alive. That's a rabbit hole I never dug at. I know they said that people we think were dead are going to turn out to be alive, and people we thought were alive are going to turn out to be dead. I still miss Johnny Morris from Animal Magic. I'm old. Republican Uncle Sandwich said I don't consider anyone elite. Yeah, I don't either. Hey, Mash, how you doing? Jame, I learnt to speak Aussie from watching Neighbours. Struth, mate, lol. Struth, mate. Mate. Oh, dear. Crikey. Oh, I don't know many Aussie references. Croc Hunter, Crocodile Dundee, and Kevin Bloody Wilson. Oh, I remember Kevin Bloody Wilson. He had a pubic hair stuck in back of throat. I don't know if you've ever heard that Kevin Bloody Wilson song. I heard that when I was a teenager and just laughed and couldn't stop laughing. 920. Hi, Hev. Was just thinking of you, doll. Oh, thank you. Rich also said, morning, Heaven send. Hope you had a good Aussie day, mate. Yeah, I did. I had a really quiet one. Yeah, I just hung around at home and whippersnip around the house. And now today I've got to go and mow some of the house. Joe Mangle. Yeah, remember them. Night, Demelza. Is it Aussie Day? It was yesterday. 26th of January is Australia Day here. And I forgot to wish everyone happy Australia Day yesterday. I'm really bad. Roger Rogerson's doing life for murder at the moment. I thought he was in trouble. Didn't they? They do want to change. Look, faux Aussies, okay? White people dressed up as virtue signalers for black people are saying they want to change the date because it's Invasion Day. As far as I know, 13 ships came over with convicts on them. They were the slaves as well. So, I mean, why? Why aren't we just not learning from the past and moving forward? And let's remember the day, and let's remember that we are all Australian and we are all one race. We are the human race, and let's move forward and not let the mistakes of history happen again. It's that easy. But the people saying they want to change it are white Australians. Virtue signalers. Yeah. Liam says, hurts to realise so many folks we enjoy and love have taken this thing, even our great Dame Edna. Yep. Yesterday, our Wednesday, it's Thursday here now, yep. I just use the word elite because so many do. I agree about the scum bit. They just can accurately trace their origins a long way back and think that means they should control everything. Yeah. Yeah, well, they're the worst of the worst and they just managed to get control. That's what I think happened. Probably blackmailed their way to the top and then just kept blackmailing people to stay there. Richo said Kevin Bloody Wilson is a crack up. I know. Who was the other one who was out around the same time? Steady Eddie. Steady Eddie's another one. We had a comedian in Australia called Steady Eddie. He was funny. And there was another one. Not Kevin Bloody Wilson, not Steady Eddie. He had dark hair and a dark beard. Can't remember his name. Another Aussie one. 2 more baby chicks, Shannon. Oh, how cute. Alex said, get in the ute. Christlight is with us. Yes. Christlight. G'day from Brizzy. How you going, Christlight? Mash says, don't stutter, dear. Just say what you think. Yeah, I've got to just do it. And, too bad. If I get kicked, I'll get kicked. How do you know it's Thursday? Maybe we're really the ones ahead on the other side. You never know. Richo said, 15% of white Aussies want to change the date. That's it. Yeah, exactly. I don't think most Aboriginals are marching for freedom. They're not marching to change the date. So I don't get it. Marcus says, love you much, Miss Hev. Oh, thank you, Marcus. Much love to you too. Happy lawn mowing, Hev. See you Saturday. Yeah, definitely. Marcus says, you're looking great despite the BS and Oz, etc. Miss Hev, thank you. I just did aerobics, so that might help with the, glowing and stuff. I don't know. Not proud to be an Aussie this year until the government gives us a fair suck of the sauce bottle and drops mandates. You got to take it, Shannon. They're not going to give it back. We've got to take it. You just got to not comply anymore. Don't listen. Exactly. Sick of the sauce bottle. Absolutely. Hey, they twist it. They do. They twist the truth. Oh, Christlight says we're all Indigenous. Australia was invaded by the British, and the British have put a dollar sign on everything in Australia. Yeah. Well, look, I just think we're all human, right? We're all the human race. Stop dividing people by race. Let's learn from history and move forward together, making sure the mistakes of history don't happen again. That can't be allowed to happen again. And this, what we're going through now, can never be allowed to happen again. You can't comply your way out of tyranny. We're going to have to take it. They're not going to give it to us, unfortunately. And the main way you do that is stop listening. Get a fine, take it, right? Apply to have it seen in court. It'll never get there. They'd be so backed up, it's not funny. Republican Knuckles said, I haven't last 2 years, and prior to that. Yep, George says, they don't control me. Fair suck of the sauce bottle, yeah. Or fair suck of the salve. Oh, Aussie sayings, eh? Christlight says, everything on this plane was put here by the Creator. Yep. Shannon said, Cole Elliott. Republican Knuckles said, did it to Canada as well as after American Civil War. Yeah, the British, yeah. Richo made. Bribery, but mostly blackmail is exactly how we see governing us are controlled. Any important person within the system has dirt on them of some sort. They don't let anyone without dirt on them in. Exactly. Hey, Haunted Luca. Elliot Goblet, terrible comedian. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't like him either, Elliot Goblet. I don't know. I don't remember. I remember his face. 920 said, TV news again. I have to say, weird script. UK, I think, has been taken over. USA flag in background and 17:17 time on the broadcast. Good. 920. Excellent. Marie said they divide everyone by everything just to keep people fighting. It's all about control and distraction. Exactly. Divide and conquer. New Jews, the unvaccinated. Oh, the new Jews are the unvaccinated. Yeah. Alex said, I was saying something like that to my mum earlier, that too many people are stuck believing the lies that have been taught. Exactly. My mum, I spoke to my mum about it too, and she agrees, actually. She's becoming more and more, well, awakening more and more. I don't know about my dad. He was going to go for the booster. Mum said nah, and the housemate I live with said nah, and Dad said yes. And I'm like, God love you, Dad, but no, don't do everything they tell you. Yes, it's the government that perpetually pushes race-aligned stats and everything. They do, everywhere. Colour means nothing. We all bleed. We all have a heart. We all have a brain. We all have kidneys and you know, unless some people maybe have born without a kidney or something, you know, but like we all have the same things inside us. Just the colour of this doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Even like, okay, these things, they don't matter. They don't change who you are. It does nothing. Colour means nothing. Alex says, school is just a brainwashing centre. I used to cling to the fence screaming when I was told I had to first go to school. Same here, Alex. I cried. I hated it. I remember my son when I took him to school. And it makes me sad that I did that, you know, even put them in there. Richo says, the normies down under slowly waking up. Look at the comments section on news sites. They know they got played. The ones still going along with it know they got fooled, but too proud to admit it. Excellent, Richo. That's what I want to hear. Cole Elliott is the other comedian where you're thinking of Rodney Rude, etc. No, that was it, Rodney Rude. It was Rodney Rude, Steady Eddie, and Kevin Bloody Wilson that were all around at the same time. That's it. Yeah, it wasn't Cole Elliott I was thinking of. It was Rodney Rude. Rodney Rude, Kevin Bloody Wilson, and Steady Eddie were all around the same time. I miss comedy when it was normal. TJ said, when the Rothschilds came to power, the division got more and more between nations over the last 200 years. We are free people and one. We should never forget that. Exactly. They used to let me do my own thing as I would kick off. I'm glad I did. Even 4 or 5 years old, I knew. Yeah. And that's what I think we have a lot with ADHD kids, or, kids aren't, you can't put kids in a box. They're not all the same. They learn different ways. Some learn by listening, some learn by watching, some learn by doing. We're all different. And I don't think it's good to try and sit kids down for 6 hours a day and make them shut up and pay attention. Then kids, I don't know. Shannon said, did we do the 12 monkeys yet? Republican Knuckle Sandwich said, the trucker convoy seems to be waking some normies in Canada. Yes, I heard it's 100 kilometres long. Last I looked. It's 100 kilometres long, and from all over the country, truckers have joined. And people have said, if you listen to the CB radio of the truckers, she said, if you don't cry, there's something wrong. 920 said, I tried with my mum, no chance, biting my tongue. Yeah, look, if if you can't, and you know when to take that step back and go, well, it's going to have to happen naturally. You're going to have to see it for yourself. There's no telling some people, unfortunately, even family. And it's sad. Republic Knuckle said, lol, that's debatable on the brain and heart. George said, I've not been jabbed. Will have my faith in my immune system. Yeah. Yeah, 920, we are family. Wendy said, hi, gorgeous. Sorry not been on for a while. Hope you're okay. I'm good, Wendy. How are you? Hope you're good. Marie said, I left school the week after I turned 15. I left at 14 and 9 months because we were allowed to in Australia. 14, 9 months if you had a job. So I went and got a job so I could leave school. After you turn 15, probably saved me from a lot of BS. Not that I paid too much attention when I got to high school. Anyway, exactly. I was the same, Marie. And when we got to algebra, I'm like, when the hell am I ever going to use this outside of school? Now, I know some professions do, but that's when I just went, no, I hadn't had enough. Oh, dear. I only know of Kevin Bloody Wilson. He came to Canada and made a song about it. Can't say see you in the NT in Canada. James said comedy turned to shit with woke. Yeah, it did. I've learned far more as an adult than I ever did in school. If anything, people need to break the brainwashing. Exactly. It's unnatural to sit for 8 hours a day. I think it is too. I think kids should be taken out on the land, like everyone should have land, and you should grow your own food, and you take your kids out and they learn how to look after the vegetables, look after the animals, and you also do your English and your maths inside, in the afternoons or whatever, or in the mornings before you go out and do whatever. Hey, Menacing Muskrat, how you going? Go Canadian Convoy 2022, yes. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a false flag in the government, I think. Yes, definitely. 920 said, my friend's been diagnosed with cancer. He had the shot 6 months ago. They're pushing chemo. They created cancer and then the Cancer Society. Exactly. I believe they did. There's a rise of all diseases in the last 50 to 100 years. Before that were quite rare. And I wonder what else has been going on during that time. I wonder. And the food and the water and the air and everything they do to us. Shannon says most comments on news sites are turned off in Australia now. Yeah, they've been doing that for a while because people started speaking up. That's what you got to do, though. If they're on Twitter, if they're on Facebook, if they're on YouTube, if their comments are open, and you know how they took their button away? Just put one in the comments section. That's all you need to put. Like if you dislike this. With a thumbs down. Watch how many people is going to start that one. Someone start it. I've been thinking about it for ages. Just put that in the comments and watch how many people like that comment. Yep, Shannon Pureblood. TJ said, have you seen Trudeau's comments on the truckers? This guy is unreal. That I haven't seen yet. Wendy said, when we were kids, we didn't have these things, just my opinion, but all the problems are due to things that they have since the 80s and 90s. I agree. The narrative is collapsing. They'll start a war soon. That's Ukraine and Russia is all about. Just say no to it all. Exactly. Well, Ukraine, Biden's son, is being paid by the Ukraine. God knows what for. But anyway, yeah, something going on over there. But yeah, that'll be the false flag. Republican Uncle says, see you next Tuesday. Lol, exactly. Shannon Spear, go to Facebook. They all open there. And trust me, people know they got tricked. Excellent. I hope the comments are going nuts now. They deserve everything they get. And don't let them off if they start turning around reporting the truth. You say, no, we remember you wouldn't tell us in the first place. Alex said, see all the pics of kids social distance nowadays when the government are throwing cheese and wine parties. Yes. More like utter debauchery. They couldn't stop what they love doing the most. They are, and they're not masked up. They're all huddled together and they're all drinking their wine and having parties, and they expect your kids to know. Take them out of school. Selena says, actually, no could teach me algebra. It wasn't until my first trip to the grocery store and stuff was priced per item serving ounce pound. Now I can do it in my head. There you go. Ostentatious was the other classic 80s comedian who used to push boundaries. Probably banned now. Yep. Good on you, Haunted Luca. Yeah, Ostentatious was good too. Republican Uncle Sandwich said, yes, fake news deployed in Canada. Yeah. Hey, Nicey Glover, how you going, beautiful people? Not to mention Opie. Yeah, exactly. Mash says the greatest fear the elites have is everyone standing up and saying no more, enough's enough. Let's all push back fast and hard. That's what I reckon. Richo says, my friend got 2 shots. Since then, he had a massive back problem, said he needed surgery, then massive stroke. Now he can barely move, only his right hand now. Oh, no. My sister hasn't been able to sleep, worrying what schools might try and say next. I don't believe the government are done. No, I don't think so either. Marcus says, I've missed your infectious laugh, Hev. Oh, that's so sweet. There you go. Facebook, True North Centre videos. This is to has to say about the small fringe trucking convoy. Oh, my goodness. Really? Small fringe, yes. Okay. Show them. Everyone show him. I'd be commenting on that. If the comments are open, I'd be commenting. I prefer new Jews over pure blood term. Yeah, it is. Anyone remember Pislosi when T was in? What about the 100-year experiment? Gee, who's the experiment? Burisma Gas Company Biden works at. That's it, yeah. Yeah, Richo, that's terrible, your mate. I'm worried because I know someone who has brain cancer and he got him as well. I'm worried because he's already had half a stroke, a slight stroke on one side. He can still use the side, his left side, but like if he grabs something in his left hand, it'll drop out because he can't feel he's grabbing it. And I'm worried about him, anything happening. And he's had them as well. I worry about everyone who's had them. Uranium 1 will pop up. Yeah, wait till that comes out. Sack all of them. Yeah, they are. See you in the NTs, they are. Boris is on his way out, waking up the English loonies. Yep. Remember Pelosi said China wants Biden president? She said it on live TV. She did. And look, Russia, that's the boogeyman. Look at China. The whole world will probably be flat out when we find out how much they've been paid by China, the JB and the HB. Shannon said, I'm off Facebook for years, got signed out, couldn't remember password, never went back because Facebook is lifelog. Yeah, and now they've changed to the metaverse, and no thank you very much. You can go and I deleted mine too. As soon as they did that, like I was trying to work out how to delete it, then I said, you've got 28 days. If you don't post in 28 days, your account will be deleted. And I'm like, finally. Wendy said the most beautiful thing is now we're awake. Pandora's box open. They ain't putting this back. The world united. Exactly. Oh, Republican Uncle said, I thought you meant the RICO Act. Good media coverage of the Canadian convoy. Menacing muskrats just put it up. Everyone that saw my comments before I deleted them, they do not come from books or research. I know this stuff because my family has had to be far too close to these people for generations. Ooh. It is how the mafia went down, yeah. Not just Hunter Biden, Pelosi's as well. Yeah, there'll be a lot of them. Get Melon and Alex for your sister, says 920. Mary P said my daughter was healthy. Now she's got tachycardia, elevated rate and heart pain. Went to 2 weeks ago. Oh, Mary, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, I'm not looking forward to when I hear about all this. People I know. Please don't let them. And John Kerry's boy. Oh, hang on. Trudeau says truckers are a small fringe minority who don't hold the views of Canadians. It's unacceptable. 100 kilometres long. Check it out. Yeah, on TG. Yeah, exactly. And John Kerry's boy. Yeah. I wish she'd listen to me. I know. I tried to tell all mine as well, like my son, my mum, my dad. And they didn't listen. My daughter did. Thank God. Turd being the right word. Exactly. That's why I said that way. He is. He's horrible. He also said invaded, racist, bigot, homophobe. Oh, of course. So you got to not worry about what people call you anymore. You got to not worry about that. Once you don't worry about that and you don't worry about what people say about you, that's when you're free. That's when you really feel free. I know because I've done it. A couple of years ago, I would have been going back at everybody, saying anything. But now maybe it's doing YouTube for a while. I've learned just to if someone gives a bad comment, I'm like, yeah, and who are you again? I'm sorry, I never heard of you before. Because most of the people who leave bad comments, they aren't subscribed. So when they come in and leave a bad comment, you go, okay, I've never seen you here before. Okay, whatever. Oh, you said that, not invaded. Sorry, yep. Hey, Robin, how you going? Oh, where'd I go? I jumped. Alex said, I saw this earlier that apparently there's Human Rights Act reform consultation underway in the UK. Deadline apparently March the 8th. Cool. I've seen that too, I think, in the last few days. Alex said, apparently if this goes through, they will have no choice in the next pandemic and forcibly sent to camp and vaxxed. Oh, okay. So it's not a positive thing. It's a bad thing. Okay. Oh, that's what they had. That's why they were dropping. They're dropping everything I've heard from the UK because they're going in now with social credit. That's what I'm hearing. Republic said they're going to war first. Patriots will be asked to save the unpatriotic. Nicey Glover says 650 truckers from South Carolina headed to Northeast from the Southeast. I'm proud of them. Yay, go guys. They've been covering this up with Partygate. Yeah. G'day from New York, New York. Hey, Marcus, how you doing? 3 more sleeps, Hev, can't wait. The farmers are coming too with their honey wagons. Oh, good stuff. Sajid Javid, Health Minister for the UK, said that COVID-19 was the flu a few days ago. Whoopi Goldberg on The View stated that many people have died from the vaccine. I think it was a slip. I don't know. She said it. Not me, YouTube. She did. Right? Go and listen. If you can find it, it's all over Twitter. It's all, it was on The View. And she said people are being damaged by the thing. Okay? 920, pray for all our babies. Yep. Why would you vax daughter, though? Oh, older daughter. No, older daughter? I think. Mary P, missed your comment. Sorry to hear that. Mary P., anyone who's had the ouchie needs to start taking high doses of vitamin C, D, zinc, tonic water, quinone, eliminate spike protein from penetrating cells. I'm hearing pot stops it too somehow. I don't know how, but anyway, I'm hearing that. I don't know if it's true. British Heart Foundation also have an advert normalising heart problems in children and athletes, setting up the scenes and excuses. Look, they always do try to get ahead of the story. It's not going to work. Richo says, I actually laugh about being called the names these days. I take it as a badge of honour. Exactly. And it's the same if you get kicked off here. It's a badge of honour. Look, I'm sorry, but it's just going to have to be that way. I'm not going to hold back anymore. I'm sick of holding back, censoring myself. I found myself looking for the beep signal to censor myself yesterday and went, what the hell am I doing? I'm not doing this. YouTube, kick me off or keep me here. I don't give a fuck anymore. Sorry, guys. I'm sick of tiptoeing through the tulips, you know? Eggshells, sorry. Years ago, any Liberal MP called me racist and I never even spoke of race once. I don't care anymore. You can call me racist. You can call me homophobic. You can call me a misogynist. I don't give a flying shit anymore. Mary P said, thank you, Richo. There are treatments to temporarily stop its symptoms and damage. Love to have sobering permanent. Last Sunday, my husband and I put a 12-foot flagpole up on our deck along with float lights. Good on ya. G'day from WA. Oh, David, you poor thing. Republic says, I don't care what people think anymore. I speak my mind. Yes, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of just trying not to mention a jab or a mask or anything. Stuff it. Stuff it. I've had enough. Apparently, according to MSM, 300,000 people in the UK could die in the next 5 years from undiagnosed heart problems, yet another excuse being set up trying to normalise. Yeah, exactly. Oh, my goodness. Yep, and the Aussie Gov came out and said kids are expecting heart problems soon. Nothing to do with the vax, though. Yeah, sure. Yeah, unbelievable. Very bad. They're trying to change our Human Rights Act behind our backs and covering it up in the news with utter rubbish. That's what they do. Poo for politicians. Hey, I remember years ago someone actually got a truckload of dung and dumped it at the front of it was either a house, like their home, or a politician's office. And that's what we need. We need all the dung trucks, right? The ones that pick up all the dung from the cows and the horses and the sheep and everything else. We need them to dump it all on their doorstep. That's what we need. Kamala Harris had a fling with Beau Biden as well as Willie Brown. Oh, good on her. Oh, God. Where hasn't she been? Hang on. Kamala Harris, where hasn't she? She's known as Headboard Harris. Hit the headboard, you know. Mary said, my daughter's a nurse and made her own decision. I didn't. Yeah, your daughter's grown, so she made her own decision. Yep. No jabberooby for me. Yep, exactly, Susan. I had a bailiff turn up at my door for a tiny debt, stood in my truth. He went down my drive with his tail between his legs. When you stand up, these parasites crawl off. Yep. Stand up for yourself. That's all you've got to do now. It's disgusting what they are trying to do, but info is coming out faster than they can cover it. They think we're all stupid. They do. Haunted Lucas said, false flag. Did you hear about the ex-soldier in Melbourne who was wearing a suicide vest while driving and it blew himself up when he hit a speed bump? Media very scarce on details. I believe they're arranging them around the world, the false flags. There'll be like a few of them. I don't think there'll just be one. There might be one big one, but there'll be many other ones, you know. TJ said, I think it's going to have the opposite effect. People are going to realise, oh, maybe we should be armed. Look at these crazies. That's I'm hoping. I really think they're a different species of human. We see things before they do. I really think we are chosen. Could be. I don't know. Yeah, we can see what other people can't. I don't know why. And I wish I did, because I'd help the people who can't see by explaining what I can see and why they can't see it. Kamala really is a biomake, another Baphomet. That's a fact, though not common knowledge yet. Yeah. Whoopi is a baddie like Oprah. She is. Pine deadly tea is really high in vitamin C. You can get it on Amazon. Yep. Oi, bio mail. TJ, just think we never got hypnotized. Yeah, that's exactly right. 920. Oh, needle, sorry. Yep. There are doctors that are saying that you can take baths and detoxes for the... Really? For the jab? You can take a bath and detox? Wow. No eggshells. Yeah, I'm sick of the eggshells. I'm not doing it anymore. Yeah. See, you're all behind me. Never apologise for passionate language, lol. I hate it. I hate censoring. I hate not being able to say what I need to say. And so I'm just going to go for it. And if I get kicked off, I'll get kicked off, guys. A few doctors are starting to speak out now. Good, George. You have only ever tried to say the truth like we all are, with a few laughs along the way. Yeah. I'm trying my hardest. I just want to get the words out and I just want to get the news out there. Apparently, if you're not a news representative, you're not allowed to speak about the news. Or opinions, for that matter. I'm not poor. I feel sorry for McClown. He lost the plot and will go down now. Yeah, he will. He will. Just keep standing your ground, mate, honestly. Harvey Weinstein was the first version of no jab, no job. Or in a rude way. TJ said, I've looked for you on YouTube more than I've ever looked for Nirvana songs. I always find you. Thank you, TJ. And make sure you subscribe because they keep kicking people back off. It went to, 3,020 or 30? And then they knocked a few off again and it went under. So what I'm seeing on my phone when I look at my channel, I see 3,030 subs. And when I go to my YouTube studio, it only tells me I got 3,026 subs. Who's right, who's wrong? Don't know. Weinstein. Have you heard of a guy on Bitchute called Reality Tester? He's from Queensland, very sharp videos, his opinions, but he seems spot on to most of it all. I haven't heard of him. Reality Tester. I don't always get to look everybody up, but I try. Sorry, I threw the pen then. It might have sounded really loud. Looks like I need to start a business if I can use the Harvey method. Oh. And no, it's not me promoting myself. I live in Adelaide, lol. Harris is nasty, she is. Heels up, Harris. Yep. Heels up, Harris. Headboard, Harris. Our Canadian truckers and supporters are on the way to the capital. Pushback for all mandate. Yes, do it. Honey wagons are also called dung trucks and they're all going to... Oh, good. Yes. Yeah, I've never been harassed for not wearing a mask either. Haven't worn one the whole time and will not, and haven't been harassed. No one ever says anything. And if they do, I just say I've got an exemption and they don't even ask for that. And I've got one and they don't even ask for it. Courage is contagious. It is. Because the minute one stands up, or, then more people feel empowered to stand up and it just keeps going, And that's what we need. It's like that guy who starts dancing on his own, to the music, and then you got everyone's watching him, laughing at him, right, and everything, and then someone else joins him. And then you got other people running in to join him, and they're all dancing into the music. And then you got a big crowd in the end. It can be a beautiful thing. Oh, Canada went full-blown commie? Yes. They're cornered rats now. That's what I think. Hang in there. There are truckers in Dover in UK. Perhaps it's universal. I hope so. I know they were at the New South Wales-Queensland border a couple of months ago, but I haven't heard anything since. They could still be there for all I know. Just haven't heard anything. King Snurgle Gurgelson says, you in the UK, Alex, I heard the UK government secretly tried to push through with no press coverage The UK would no longer follow human rights acts, would create their own. Oh, here we go. Need a vax pass to get a firearms and license in Canada now. Yeah, well, you know what's going to happen. There's going to be a black market shortly. When you find your strength, it's so powerful. Yeah, see, look, when they do things like this, then you got to go around. You got to find your way around. I'm telling you. I've been finding my way around a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm not allowed to do this. How can I do it? If they say I'm not allowed to do this, how can I do it? And that's exactly what I do. If they say I'm not allowed, how am I going to do it? Okay. Kamala is a guy. Lol Rich, yeah, and trained to knock heads in. Yeah, won't have a bar of that crap. No, I'm not. Bob Marley banging the headboard, lol. Head banging Harris. I've been waiting patiently for my chance to say something, but no one says anything. So how do you undo the genetic change? You can't do that with bars, etc. Yeah, I don't understand how that would work. This was tried just before the COVID hit, but I found out recently that the Lord, I can't read that, Justiciar, turned it down flat. The government could not believe it. They thought he was their man. He wasn't. Ooh, huge number here, talking 70,000 trucks and 500,000 plus people. Good stuff. Curious Canadian. Okay, Hev, thought you were on for just a moment. And here you are reading all the comments. You're such a trooper. Went on mountain bike ride. Come back and here you are. Go cut the lawn. Much love. I've got to ring Mum back too, guys. Okay, I'm just going to go real quick. You're breaking out of your spell that's been put on us by the controlled media. 77 watching, 65 likes. Can you hit the like button, guys? Yeah. And subscribe and hit the notification bell and anything else you can do for me. I appreciate it. If you're not bought off by Billy Goats, you can't say the news. Exactly. Just say no. Losing subs happens to education. It was happening to all the people that I listened to right before they got kicked. There's nothing worse than holding back your truth, especially when you're helping people. Big hugs. Look at the countries who've dropped the man. Yep, promoting. Yeah, exactly. There's something going on. Be aware. Eyes open, no fear. Do you ever watch his education? Have funny tri-weekly meme show? Yes, I have. He's funny. He is. Check out Memory Hole and Mouthy Buddha on BitChute. Yeah, I have. Yeah, I forgot about his education. I lost him when I lost my other channel, so I'll have to go and subscribe to him again. Also, SC Reviews on YouTube. It's an Australian guy. He just picks on the libs of TikTok. It's really funny. Go and subscribe to him. What's your honest opinion about people who think you're vermin for not getting them? I honestly can't stand them. They'll come round and they'll be very, very sorry they did that, I think. Yep, they're in the death spiral. Hey, Sherry, how you going? Great big convoy. The GoFundMe has hit over 5 million for the convoy. It's happening now. Everyone go and watch the convoy. Okay. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I've got to go and ring my mum and I've got to go and mow the lawn. I hope you have a good morning, afternoon or evening, wherever you are, and I'll talk to you soon. If I don't upload on Rumble today, it's because I got carried away here. Okay. Sorry, guys. Have a good one. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.